adolescence for a lot of people, is a horrible time. It's very difficult for them, and for others, it's kind of smooth sailing. But there are lots of ups and downs as that brain, that adolescent brain is learning and changing, and the student is designing basically his or her own brain. So I think we just forget how tumultuous adolescence can be, and that what we say, they take everything is kind of personal to an adolescent, if you will. So what we say and what we do is going to affect, yes, their learning and memory. It's going to affect how they go through the rest of their day. When they leave one teacher, adolescents are usually in a departmentalized situation, and they go to the next. What has happened in my class, how they leave my class is going to affect how they feel when they get to the next class. So I think that anyone who teaches middle or high school, even in some cases college, they need to remember that that this is not a straight line to learning or behavior. This is a very wavy line with lots of ups and downs. Yes, we have the hormone influence in there, but it's if you read the research on the adolescent brain, the hormones can affect things. We like to blame hormones because most people don't understand the chemical composition of the brain. So if I'm looking forward to something, if I'm working toward a goal, then a great feel-good chemical, dopamine, is released, and it makes me feel good. It gives me a more positive attitude. If I am complimented on my work, and I'm proud of what I'm doing, then another feel-good chemical, which is a calming chemical, serotonin, is released.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we have, give me a child who has dopamine and serotonin being released in their brain, rather than a stress hormone like cortisol, and I'm a much happier teacher. And I wish that all of my classes, would be full of kids with all the positive chemicals. But especially at adolescence, that can change so quickly. They can leave my classroom, and let's say I've done a good job that day, and Amy or any other child or student is leaving my classroom, going to the next classroom, but on the way to class, in between classes, they run into somebody who says, your boyfriend, Scott, was just in the hallway, very chummy with with Gail. I'm just pulling a name out here.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Amy's not feeling so good about herself. So, then that's how quickly things can change with them. And I think that we forget that it's we don't want them to be volatile in any way. We're trying to keep them, we want to keep them learning. We want to keep them happy. We want them in the prefrontal cortex of their brain, where happiness and friendship lie. We don't want them in the raw emotional part of their brain, because they're upset about something. And I know we can't control what happens between one class and another class, but what we can do is, when they get into my class or your class, is we can have some activities the first few minutes that might calm everyone down. And in some cases, it's as simple as turning on some music, just music that they like, or Baroque music that actually will lower the heart rate and calm people down. So, and those are simple things, and they work. I certainly know they work, because I would never have a class in which I didn't have music playing, in which I didn't stand at the door unless it was, something happened that I absolutely could not. And I would stand at that door to greet those kids in the hopes that they would see that if they trust me and they know I care and I am there for them, they're going to feel better and start out that class, in a more positive way.